Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Welcome back, everybody. So, before we get started, guys, I do not get paid from YouTube. I'm not no Mr. Beast that is doing these videos for YouTube money. Likes is the only way you can pay me back. And when I see these likes, that actually gives me that extra boost that yes, I should go and make the next video for you guys. So, please help this video get 100 plus likes, and that is greatly appreciated. Now, also, a lot of people are watching and not subscribing, so I would greatly appreciate, if you're watching and not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that, and that way you don't miss out on any other videos that comes out from my channel and from myself. Now, with that being said, Dow Jones going down. As a matter of fact, we got a gap down today, 0.97%. Nasdaq going down 1.19%. S&P down just over 1%, and Russell going down 0.77%. Here's 11 sectors on S&P 500, and you can see pretty much all the sectors are down on the day. Energy leading the way on top, slightly green, but everything else pretty much took a beating. Consumer cyclical, and that is Amazon and Tesla taking a beating. We got healthcare also down, basic materials and technology right here. Now, stock market map, despite the sell-off here, Nvidia pulled off a green day, up 0.35%. Everything else in deep red today. You name it, all the chips right here. Microsoft down over 1%, Apple same thing, Amazon down 1%, Google near 1%, Meta down 1.43%, and Tesla down whopping 3.30%. Now Tesla was down Friday also 5%. So that is why if you're chasing Tesla, you're gonna feel the pain because you don't go and chase Tesla when it's running high and going up and pretty much hitting all-time highs for multiple days, and it's been running for a long time now, a couple of weeks since election it's been running. So if you chased it, it's not a good move, and that could be a lesson that you learned right here with Tesla. Now with that being said, here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything, but I do post plays here and there sometime. And you can see this play that I posted, and that was actually yesterday, 22 hours ago, guys, on ANF. And today, what happened? Well, if you look at my screen, we took calls under 150 here, and this thing exploded. 155 calls when in the money immediately. So, if you're really serious about trading and you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, then definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And this is not the only trade that I took today. There were a bunch of other trades on Costco, on SPY, and a few others that I'm not even going to mention all that here in this video. And now let's get right into S&P 500. On SPY ETF, we're actually down on the day 1.14%. Now, this was a fantastic opportunity this morning. And people that are actually following my channel and you guys actually get these trade ideas from me, this is my biggest thing where I see a big ETF like SPY hitting lower Bollinger Band. I'm going to take that trade. As a matter of fact, I took it right here at 586. When under that level, it was slightly underwater for a few minutes, and then boom, this thing came back up. And you can see 590 calls that we took went deep in the money, way over the money, and then came back. We definitely got out of it before that, and we produced this doji type candle today. There were sell pressure and there were also buying pressure right at the bottom. And again, bulls are doing a great job, even though it's not looking good. They're saving this key support 586. So with that being said, we also have New Year approaching us, and there is no signs of any end of the year rally. So we might get to see that tomorrow, if not, maybe Thursday to Friday. If we actually finish in deep red this year, that's going to be a huge, huge red flag going into next year because we might be actually going into a bear market. I don't want to go too much into details. Let's just finish up the analysis here on SPY. We will talk about it once we get over with this New Year thing, this big holiday, and then we'll talk about how SPY actually finishes over the weekend And we'll just get into more details how things will look like going into next year. And that's going to come out on weekend. So SPY, if you look at my screen, your key line in the sand right here, guys, 586. If we take out this low, there is definitely another trade under 580 because it's going to come down and close this gap. So even if this thing comes down and takes out 580, there is a play I'm going to take right here, 576 gap fill. That's possible. That is like what, $3 4 to the downside. But so far, that's not the case. Low, and you can call this a higher low. We got a doji, and we got pretty much low volume today too. So going into tomorrow's session, there will be resistance right here. If you look at my screen, 590 to 591, and then 593 50-day moving average, this red line. If we can clear that, I mean, and why I took that trade today, we got a gap down, and you can see the gap is fully closed. So if this thing can push and get over, especially 593, going into tomorrow's session, Wednesday market is closed, I believe. Let me know if I'm actually wrong, and then things will continue Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow or maybe going into Thursday, if we can get over 593, watch out for a push up to 598 to close this gap before going down more. Now, if we cannot do that, we cannot get over 593, we cannot get over this high 591, then watch out for the key support 586, because if that gives up, like I said, there is a trade that could be, taking place right here, and that is this gap fill right here at 576.74, and that's going to be a strong support to watch if we get a dump off all the way down here on SPY ETF. On Triple Q, it's down 1.33%, and even this one I played three times today. The first one did not work, got stopped out, and the second time this thing paid, I think, 40%, and the third time was like 55 to 60%. And if I was holding till 519, that could have been 150%. Now it's trading and holding this key level right here, guys, 515 to 516 ish right here, and that is your line in the sand right here going into tomorrow's session. Below that, we could be dropping down to lower Bollinger Band and the 50 SMA, which is sitting at 510. That should be another strong level. And you can see where we came down here and we got a big bounce. So watch out for that if we cannot continue to the upside here on Qs. Now 510 gives up, then we have some unfinished business down here, 503, and then this gap comes into play, 492.88. To the upside, resistance will be at 520. If we can clear that, then watch out for a move up to 524, 526, and then we can talk about maybe going back up to all-time highs again, but that's not the case as of right now. So Dow Jones also going down 1%, and if you look at my screen, came down to where? There's support 423, went slightly under, came back up all the way up to 428 almost, and then produced this doji type candle. So going into tomorrow's session, 423, your key line in the sand. Underneath that level, 420, and then 416, and then this gap, 412. To the upside, if this thing can make it up, watch out for a move up to 430 here, 5-day moving average. And if we can clear that, then DIA can run a bit higher up to 433 to even 435. On IWM, it's down 0.77%. So I actually posted this play today. I did not play, but some of these plays that I post, if they hit the level, and if you're one of those Patreon member, you want to take it, all you have to do is just use your stop loss and play it. And this was the perfect dip buying opportunity today off of these lows right here, 218, and that was the level that I posted on my daily trade ideas. And look at the bounce here, guys. I mean, that is a $4 bounce to the upside almost. So if you're buying weeklies or maybe 2 days out, anything here, this thing would have paid and still would have been green at 220.68. Now going into tomorrow's session, there will be support at 220, 215 lower Bollinger Band, and then 212.78 gap fill area. To the upside, resistance will be at 223 5-day moving average, and if we can clear that, then this thing heading higher back up to 225 to 227. On VIX, it's up 9%, so this was a fantastic opportunity. When we took those calls, VIX was trading over 18 bucks. As a matter of fact, it was close to 19. It was up like 23%, I believe, or 20, something like that. That is where we got an entry. And then what happened? You can see this thing took a back seat, gave up almost a 12, 13%, and that allowed that rally on S&P 500 in the short term, but then again, it actually fell on its face. Now, it's not over 18 bucks. So yes, remain, a bit bullish for the market because we can definitely move back up again if this thing does not get a bounce over 18. VIX staying over 18, we get that breakout, it can move up to 20, and that is where you got to be careful for a big pullback that market could be setting up for next year. Now, VIX cannot get over 18, then watch out for the support, critical support right down here, near 16 bucks, 1583, I would say, 5-day moving average, and then key level to hold on any pullbacks, even if this thing get crushed down here at 15, because below 15, we're going back into full bull mode here in the market, and market will rally back up to all-time highs. So before we wrap up this video, I want to look at the dollar here, and you can see it's holding at 108. As a matter of fact, it was wedging right here, and then we got the massive breakout, and now it's wedging again right here. If this thing breaks out over this high 108.51, it can go much, much higher, and that can put a lot of pressure on S&P 500. Now, if this thing pulls back maybe 3-4%, comes down to 106.51, that should lead to a rally in the S&P 500. Now, TNX took a back seat today, so maybe we get to see dollar taking a back seat in the short term, and that can happen tomorrow, if not Thursday or Friday. This thing is down today 1.60%, but nothing significant. We're not even retesting this high, which is 4.50. So TNX and dollar comes down a bit more, and we can see a little bit of rally here on S&P 500 before end of this year, and that is only tomorrow, guys. So if that don't happen, we finish red for the year, or at least like end of the year. I'm not saying we're red for the year. That's not what I meant. We're not red for the year. We're up like 20%. So if we actually finish that year going down, gapping down, that's not a good signal for next year. That is what I'm trying to say. So watch out, be careful, and happy new year. Enjoy your time and stay safe, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for watching.